কথা বলছি Manisha Koiralaর সাথে. Manisha, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
You are one of the brightest stars in Indian movie in the last 2 decades. And this is kind of a dream come true that I'm talking to you, which is why I shook your hands to confirm that it's not a dream. How are you doing?
I'm well, and thank you so much for your sweet compliment. Thank you.
You know, when I saw your film for the first time, probably that was the song in 1942, A Love Story with Anil Kapoor. I actually couldn't speak for a few moments. I lost my speech. and I still think, you know, you are one of the most beautiful people on earth.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks a ton.
You started your film career in the early 90s, and since then you have been doing films. You were born in Kathmandu?
Yes.
And then you got into film. How did it happen?
Well, I was raised in Benares, and so we used to watch a lot of Hindi cinema in my young childhood days also. And I actually didn't really think of getting into cinema, but maybe there was some kind of influence since childhood, I don't know. So I got into movies, and then it was just, never looking back.
Manisha, you did one Bangla film called Khela.
Yes.
Rituparna Ghosh was the director.
Correct.
And Prashanjit worked
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
What was the experience like, and why did you do the Bangla film?
Well, first of all, I think, I've worked in different languages also. For me, language really doesn't matter. What really matters is if the director is good and they've got a good role for me to offer. And I've always admired Ritu's work. You know, I think he's a fabulous and very sensitive director. And I've enjoyed his films as an audience. So when he offered me something, I was like, hey, yes, of course I'll do his film. And, I enjoyed thoroughly working in Khela. Prasenjit, again, is a brilliant actor and a wonderful guy. So I had wonderful time shooting in Kolkata. I love the food and the sweets and the whole shooting environment. And I remember his assistants used to get me typical shosho march and all this food and stuff like that. So I had a great time shooting for the film, and I enjoyed working with Ritu.
Any other directors or actors from Bengal which influenced you or you admire?
Yeah, I have to say this. When I was studying in NYU, I did a course for filmmaking course, and everybody knew Satyajit Ray. In fact, they didn't know anybody else, but Mr. Ray's name is always. And I've actually, my dad has had a great influence of me on books and cinema. So, and he was a great fan of Satyajit Ray. He's like, there's one filmmaker, you have to watch his film. And so I have watched his films since childhood. And Vinod Chopra made me see Ritik Ghatak's film, Meghe Dhaka Tara. That film I saw. And I really adore, I think these guys are doing they have done fabulous work, and Satyajit Ray is like, god of cinema.
Do you wish you worked with Satyajit Ray?
Any day, yes, yes, definitely. And I would give anything to work with him. His fabulous films.
Did you pick up some Bangla language when you did the Bangla film?
See, I can understand the language, but I'm not able to speak. And I do listen to Rabindranath, and one of my favorite songs is Akla Chalo.
Wow.
So, I do understand. Say I would understand 80%, not like 100% though.
And you can always read Rabindranath Tagore in English. Gitanjali,
Yes.
You can get
yeah,
it
and I
in
have all
English.
his collections. I have many of his film has been translated in English. Lots of his work.
What do you like about Tagore?
Well, see, everything. His sensibility, he was asked to come into politics and he did not. And great inspiring personality, like, of course, great poet and great writer and stuff like that. but a great thinker, a great human being. You know, I love his expressions. You know, and he has a very human touch to everything. Very sensitive, very human. I love his work.
Talking about Bangladesh as a neighboring country, and you were born in Kathmandu, Nepal, and then became a star in Indian movie. How do you see this relationship in South Asian countries, within South Asia?
I think we are very, see, culturally we are very much interconnected, interdependent, and you know, we are very connected. And we need to build on that. I wouldn't want to sit on a high horses saying, oh, everything is perfect. It's not. You know, there are tensions going on, there are problems going on, which is, but we should be the unofficial ambassadors of, you know, bringing the gap, bridging the gap, and communicating and reaching out. Because art, people, you know, I think art, whether it's cinema or any other art field, doesn't have boundaries. It reaches, it goes beyond boundaries. It reaches to another human being. You know, we watch operas, we watch, so it really doesn't really matter from where it's coming as long as we enjoy this and we're connected to that. So people who are from this field can actually bring much more harmony.
Have you ever been to Bangladesh?
Yes, twice or thrice.
When was that? We didn't know.
I've been to Bangladesh recently. I had to go. There was a Nepali photographer, and he's like third generation photographer. He's having a exhibition here tomorrow. Same person's exhibition was in Bangladesh, and they had called me to inaugurate it. So I went there, met all the people. And
you went to Dhaka?
I went to Dhaka.
Okay.
I had a wonderful experience. I have a few friends from Bangladesh. You know, they're lovely. I think Bengali blood is very warm and loving, and you know, so it's beautiful.
You worked as UNFPA Goodwill Ambassador?
Yes, yes.
That was, you started in 1999.
Right, right.
And are you still doing that kind of work?
See, I did a lot of work for UN at one point of time, and they appointed me as a Goodwill Ambassador, I think, for some time. And then I've been doing on and off, but not with the UN. But certain organizations, certain causes, I keep on doing on and off.
Why do you do this?
Well, they offered me it, and they asked if I can contribute.
Why do you think it's important to do this kind of work?
See, I think every citizen should have a sense of responsibility towards the society, towards the environment that we live in, whether it's America or India or Nepal or Bangladesh or Bhutan or wherever, you know. So for me as an actor, if I can contribute, for me how could I communicate, you know, how could I reach out and do work? So well, the UN had a platform for me to reach out to the people and, you know, sort out, you know, whatever. So I took on that.
And I am so grateful that you are promoting and you're highlighting this kind of issues,
right?
Which are very important.
Right.
Are you working on some projects now? What kind of projects?
See, I just in the sense projects in cinema.
Yes.
Yes, I just finished a film called Bhoot 2 with Ram Gopal Verma, and this one film I'm doing in English. It's called No Man's Land, but it's a Malayalam film. It's a South Indian film, and very good director, brilliant screenplay and everything. So I'm happy with that. Just finished Ramu's film, and in August, September, I'm starting another one. So there will be, in 2012, I have kept it only for cinema, so let's see.
Do you see your career is having, do you feel that way, that your career is going through a transition period now?
Well, it all depends. You know, the thing is, I want to do things that makes me happy, honestly. In the sense, I want to do films where I feel as an artist satisfied. Plus, I need to like the person that I work with. You know, earlier on, work was much more important than anything else. Today, no, I need to feel good in that environment. Because after, you know, I'm now 40 plus. So I want to be, I don't need to struggle anymore. You know, I don't have to prove a point to anyone anymore. So now what really matters is that that I work in an environment which helps me to be happy and content, and also pushes my artistic boundary, you know, beyond than my own limits. So that is the priority for me right now.
You have made so many films. You have acted in so many films. Which film you are asked to choose one film in which you really enjoyed working? Which one is that?
You know, I loved working with Mani Ratnam. I think they'll say Bombay. He's a very nice person to work with. I have enjoyed thoroughly working with Deepti's film Do Paise Ki Dhuk Jarani Ki Barish, which they're showing tomorrow. Because she herself is an actor, and she's my very good friend for last 20 years. So it was very easy to work, and then she was guiding me, and you know, how to do the scene, because she's the one who's written this character, you know, whatever. So I've enjoyed. I like people I get along well with, so obviously. So yeah.
You must be very tough because, as you're saying, now after so many years, you're an established star and you can afford to choose your directors now. But there was a time when actually you worked maybe in not that friendly atmosphere sometimes, but you still did a splendid job, didn't you?
Yes. See, the thing is, yeah, you're right. Life has never, you know, probably for an outsider, it looks, oh, she's got a, or he or she, or we actors are always presumed that we have an easy life, and not at all. In fact, we work some very odd hours, some really uncomfortable environment, and but it's our passion to do good work, and you know, and that keeps us going. But life personally can be like really going through a tough time, but you know, you still continue doing good work because you are passionate about it.
You want to stay in acting or you want to direct?
Let's see, I keep on planning many things, so whatever happens.
Or anything outside film industry you want to do in
We'll
future?
see. We'll see in coming years. 2012 is for the cinema, I've kept it. So let's see what, you know, nowadays I don't plan so much. I let life happen and then see if I'm comfortable with it, then I'll move on. Otherwise, it's okay.
Manisha Koirala, thank you so much for
Pleasure.
your time. And audience, we just finished the interview and I'm still not convinced that this is not a dream. But thank you very much for watching this show.